Okay, so looking again about this left-hand one. Again, setup-wise, it was very good. What I would suggest, obviously, a little bit more lean over the ball, slightly further from the ball. You probably wouldn't notice that from these two images, okay? But just getting a little bit more into the position that you get yourself into. So your spine angle there is great, but that's not to the golf ball you're set up to, you see. You've moved into a good spine angle as opposed to starting in that spine angle. Okay? And that amount of movement into the golf ball, now you've shortened the distance from you to that golf ball. You now have to make some sort of conscious adjustment on the way down, or maybe even an unconscious adjustment, okay? But in your case now, the club's going to be starting to come a little bit on the outside, coming across the golf ball. At this stage now, that club there, sort of level with the hands, is outside your hands at this point. You want the club to be a bit more kind of on your toe line there, kind of here. It's all going a bit forward, again, onto your toes, while at the same time now your head's trying to move back and up out of the way to find some space. And you see the shaft there now quite outside the golf ball here. At this stage, the shaft here is still outside the golf ball. So you're going to potentially bring either pulls, slices, or shanks. Two of those shots we definitely don't want to have. Slice and shank are a bit of a no-no. Pulls, you can kind of, with a 3-wood, it gets quite strong and goes left and you hit the ball further now. It will be a thing. So this movement here now, as you go back, okay, you're turning into that right heel. You can see the club now when it goes back here now, following back over your toe line here. You're rotating into that right hip and you just kind of break through the red line there at the top, but not massively, okay? As we then start back down, the club now you can see, go back a frame, it's level with your hands. There you go. The club now a bit more in line with your hands there, so that's good. As we start the club back into impact now, club's coming less from outside the line at this stage now. That club shaft, I would say, is sort of dissecting the ball. But compared to where it was, I mean, it's just based simply on direction your club is travelling. If your club is travelling, if you think 12 o'clock is your target, if your club is travelling to 11 o'clock, well, the ball's going to start somewhere there unless the face is wide open, and then we get the big spin, So generally speaking, if the club face now is straighter, which I said it would be because of that grip change we discussed in lesson 2 or whatever, we've got stronger left hand and that lowercase y. If your swing path now is to the left, the ball's going to go to the left, This one here now started just left the target and kind of just sort of stayed there. Not too bad, okay? I think in time, once we get used to sort of staying in that position and doing this a lot more and a lot more stable with that rotation, next session, once you've got that there, we'll get the club working more into this direction and changing that path as opposed to this one here now. And you see the difference in movement there when you sort of speed up. It looks a lot more dramatic, doesn't it, And a lot more... just a lot more movement in the head there. Man, that's the thing. If your head moves in and out and up and down, you've got to do an awful lot with your arms to adjust it. Whereas this one here now, just a lot more stable movement. Which to me is what we're looking to try and do. The thing is, less that goes wrong in the backswing, the less you then got to do on the way down, which makes your game a lot less fragile. If you're playing golf on the knife edge, that you're catching the hosel of the club more often than you think, you can play golf for 2 or 3 weeks really well. And out of the blue, doing, where's that come from? Big old slices and shanks and pulls sort of come into it. Okay, mate? So I'd practice that one up against the wall. Get that feeling. Practice where you're sort of lifting that right foot off the ground with the toe, just to get that sensation of turning into that right heel, just so you become more kind of bodily aware of where you're going, rather than, I'll just turn to my right hip, and you go, yep, I've turned my hip. Have you? Can you lift your toes? No, I can't. Well, you haven't turned into your hip, have you? So those kind of feedback we're looking for now, so you can go and practice and go, okay, I need this, and now I've done it, become more aware of it. Okay, buddy?
Okay.
Make sense?
Brilliant, yes.
Good man. No, very, very good. Got the same really good score, mate, so keep up the good work,